Let me tell you a secret. A lot of people out there don't actually love you. They manage you. They don't need to hit you. They don't even need to insult you. They just need to make you doubt yourself. Apologize first and shrink little by little. And the scariest part is, you still call it love. If you're in a relationship and you feel like you're no longer yourself, stay with me for this entire video. Because these 7 signs are exactly how people get trapped in a controlling relationship without realizing it, and by the end, I'm going to give you a simple way to respond without begging, without fighting, and without losing your dignity. Before we begin, I want you to be honest with me. Have you ever felt like you need permission just to live your life, like you have to report, explain, or prove you're loyal all the time? Come on, Y if yes, N if no. Sign number 1. It's caring, but it feels like an interrogation. A healthy partner checks in like, did you have fun? Did you get home safe? Do you need anything? A controlling partner asks like a detective, where are you? Who are you with? Are there guys there? Send your location. Send a photo. At first, it can look like attention. Some people even confuse it with devotion. But over time, it turns into surveillance. Your day stops being your day. It becomes something you have to justify. And the moment you don't answer perfectly, the mood changes. The warm tone disappears. You get the cold stare, the passive aggression, the accusation. Here's the difference. Caring makes you feel safe. Control makes you feel watched. Sign number 2. They demand constant reporting. You're working, eating, commuting, taking a shower, living, and you still have to keep updating them like a status feed. If you don't reply for 5 or 10 minutes, they panic and then they punish. Why aren't you responding? What are you doing? Who are you talking to? The point isn't information. The point is conditioning. They train your nervous system to feel anxious whenever your phone is quiet. You start living on edge, always anticipating the next message, the next demand, the next emotional explosion, and the worst part is, you start believing it's your job to calm them down. Sign number 3. They isolate you from your friends and family. A controlling person wants your world to shrink until it contains only one person, them. They'll start by planting doubts about your friends. That friend doesn't respect our relationship. He's into you. She's jealous of you. Then they move to your family. Your mom is toxic. Your sister doesn't want you to be happy. Your family doesn't understand you like I do. If you argue, they act wounded. Why do you always choose them over me? This is not love. This is a strategy. Because once you're isolated, you have fewer mirrors, fewer people to reflect back to you what's normal, fewer people to tell you, this isn't okay. Isolation makes control easier. Quick check. In these first 3 signs, interrogation, constant reporting, and isolation, have you experienced at least one? Comment why if you have, N if you haven't. Sign number 4. Irrational jealousy, justified with, I love you. They get jealous of coworkers, classmates, old friends, sometimes even strangers. And then they say the classic line, I'm jealous because I love you. No, jealousy is a feeling. But using jealousy as a weapon is not love, it's ownership. Pay attention to what happens after they get jealous. Do they ask for reassurance in a respectful way? Or do they demand sacrifice? Do they want you to cut people off, quit your job, stop dressing a certain way, stop going places, stop being friendly, stop being you? If jealousy repeatedly ends with you losing freedom, that isn't insecurity anymore. That's control wearing a romantic mask. Sign number 5. They control your money and your choices. This one is subtle at first. They criticize what you buy. Why would you spend money on that? That's a waste. You're irresponsible. Then it escalates. Let me manage your budget. Give me your card. I'll keep it safe. We should share passwords. We shouldn't have secrets. And if you resist, they guilt trip you. If you trusted me, you'd let me. Listen carefully. Money is freedom. Privacy is freedom. Choice is freedom. When someone slowly takes away your freedom, they are not building a relationship, they are building a cage. Sign number 6. Silent treatment as punishment. This is one of the dirtiest tactics because it doesn't look violent, but it's emotionally brutal. You argue, and instead of solving anything, they disappear. No texts, no calls. Cold, distant, stone silent. You start spiraling. You replay the conversation. You wonder if you were too harsh. You fear losing them. And eventually, you do the thing they want. You chase, you apologize, you beg for a response. And here's the trap: after a while, you will start apologizing faster and faster, even when you weren't wrong, just to avoid the pain of being ignored. That's how silent treatment creates obedience. It teaches you, if I want peace, I must surrender. It turns your self-respect into a negotiable item. Sign number 7. You're afraid to say no. This is the clearest sign of control. In a healthy relationship, you can say no and still be loved. You can disagree and still be respected. You can have boundaries and still be safe. In a controlling relationship, no becomes dangerous. You fear refusing them because they might explode. You fear disagreeing because they might threaten to leave. You fear speaking up because it turns into a war, a lecture, a punishment, or a withdrawal of affection. And if you catch yourself walking on eggshells, choosing words carefully, hiding harmless things, shrinking your personality to avoid conflict, that is not love. That is survival mode. Now, I want to add something important. Sometimes the controlling person is not evil in a movie villain way. They might genuinely believe they're protecting you. They might have trauma. They might have been cheated on. They might be afraid of abandonment, but their pain does not give them the right to take your freedom. Understanding their background can explain the behavior, but it does not excuse it. And if you keep excusing it, you will slowly lose yourself. So what do? Here are 3 steps: simple, practical, and powerful. Step 1. Name the problem without softening it. Stop telling yourself, they just care too much. Stop telling yourself, this is normal because they love me. If it suffocates you, it's control. If you feel smaller, it's control. If your life is shrinking, it's control. The first way people stay trapped is by refusing to name what's happening. Step 2. Set clear boundaries in plain language, not long speeches, not emotional essays, just clean sentences. For example, I'm not sending my location all day. I will reply when I'm available, not on demand. I'm not cutting off my friends to prove loyalty. Silent treatment is not acceptable. If you need space, say it respectfully. These boundaries are not threats. They are standards. And standards are what protect you. Step 3. Watch behavior, not promises. A controlling person will often apologize when they feel you slipping away. They'll say, I'll change. I didn't mean it. I'm just scared. Words are cheap. Patterns are truth. If the same behavior repeats after the same apology, you are not in a relationship with change. You are in a relationship with a cycle, and your job is not to educate them endlessly. Your job is to protect your life. Here's a quick test. When you set a boundary, do they respect it or do they punish you for it? Respect means they might feel uncomfortable, but they still choose maturity. Punishment means they escalate more accusations, more guilt, more silent treatment, more threats. If boundaries lead to punishment, you're not negotiating love, you're negotiating control. And I'll say this plainly, the softer you are, the more they push. The more you fear losing them, the tighter they hold your throat. If you keep proving yourself, you'll never finish proving yourself. Because a controlling person is not looking for proof, they're looking for power. Now tell me this, do you want part 2, where I give you 3 specific boundary sentences that make a controlling person back off, sentences you can say without shouting, without begging, and without turning it into a drama? Comment Y if you want it, N if you don't. And one last thing. If this video hits you in the gut, don't ignore that feeling. Your nervous system doesn't lie. Love should feel like freedom with commitment, not prison with romance. You deserve a relationship where you can breathe.